What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Y'all know when I do live, I don't have my face all in the camera. But we gonna rock out. We gonna rock out. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Check out the boy head though. Yeah. I know my head big. I ain't hey, I'm not ashamed of it, dog. I'm not ashamed of it, dog. What's poppin'? What's poppin', my people? What's poppin', man? We about to go hard. We about to go hard today. Hey, I thank y'all for supporting the channel. You know, like I say, without y'all, the channel is nothing. So I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. You know, so I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all y'all. I'm Justin. What's poppin', bro? What's poppin'? Evening. Hey, can y'all hear me well? If you can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. Go in, new sub here. What's poppin'? I appreciate y'all, man. If y'all can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. If I'm clear, okay. I'm gonna read y'all comments from my laptop, cause you know. Got y'all, got y'all. I gotta buy a tripod, bro. I left my tripod in New York. I'll probably go back to New York in like November, but I don't. I gotta get my tripod, bro. And I don't feel like buying another one, but I'm gonna have to. They will keep lying. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We about to go hard on that. We about to go hard on that. We about to go hard on all the lies they've been telling, bro. And they want us to. They want us to move on like this shit never happened, bro. But it's a lot of stuff I'm about to break down to show you how they lie. What's poppin'? What's poppin', my people? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Happy Friday to everybody. I know y'all had a long week of work. You know, I said, let me go live for my people, man. Let me wait till everybody get off from work for the most part. You know, shout out to my truck drivers. Shout out to my Uber and Lyft drivers, you know, DoorDash, Instacart, you know, my warehouse workers overnight. But I said, let me wait till, you know, most of everybody get off from work. Let me go live and let's break this stuff down because I like to break stuff down. I'm about to get off. I got you. See, I got you. Thank you for your hard work. Oh, yeah, no problem. Like I say, the rest of the year, no days off. If I don't post a video that day, we going live for at least an hour. You know, so I found 5 different stores. Yeah, and look, we about to break this shit down. And after we break it down, y'all gonna be like, wait, what the hell really going on? So much happened, can't keep up. Yeah, yeah, that's why I say on my channel, we gonna break stuff down. We gonna slow it down. And for my lives, I don't really care about getting paid from lives and I don't really care about that. So I'm gonna play the music. I don't really care, bro. If you've been following the channel for a minute, you already know at least once a week. I used to cook and play the music, but today we just go break this stuff down with the music. Alexa, play some Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder from Apple Music.
So sad they sacrificed Malcolm, the culture, and community. That's facts. Not that song. What song I want? Alexa, play Stevie Wonder with each beat of my heart.
My Sharia Moore by Stevie Wonder from Apple Music.
She didn't even hear that shit. I'll take that. I'll take that. What's going on? What's popping? What's popping? Waiting till everybody get in. About 5 more minutes, we're gonna start going in, man. About 5 more minutes, we're gonna start going in. Now I'm sitting here listening to the topic of his home and how nice it was. Man, it's crazy, bruh. But the stuff I'm about to, the notes I took today, like I say, today I did laundry and I had to take my notes and we're about to break this stuff down, bruh, and just show you how these people try to play in our faces, bruh. First of all, go back to my community post and I need y'all to go read that. If you haven't read that, go read that. That was an update today. They said his daughter wasn't even in the water with him. Think about that. After all the stories we heard. After all the stories we heard, they said his daughter today. It said his daughter went in there with him. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, bro. So the first thing I want to talk about is they said that they flying his body to California, and if you knew, he lived in Atlanta. He lived in Atlanta. So why y'all flying his body back to California? I know his mom moved there and stuff like that, but why y'all flying his body back to California? He lived in Atlanta. His family is in Atlanta. Why are you flying his body back to California? Why is his body going back? You might as well say to Hollywood. Why is his body going back to California? Think about that. Think about that. It's a lot of stuff that go over everybody's heads because this is what they do to confuse you. They put too much information out there. They confuse everybody, and they do it on purpose. And they do it till you burn out and you don't care no more. But on this channel, nah, it don't work on this channel. We go always care. I care like I knew them, like Michelle Tom. I care like I knew them because once I see that you for the people, I'm like, oh no, I can't let this slide. So of course I'm up late night, like, damn, bro, 54 years old, that's young as hell, and now he's dead. And if I feel that, imagine how his family feel. Yeah, he moved to Cali, but he lived in Atlanta. He moved to Cali as a kid, but he lived in Atlanta. Think about that. Why is his body going back to California out of all places, bro? Thank you. Who said that? Danielle. They are masters of confusion. That's it. And they do it on purpose because they know, the average person, they go burn out and they go stop caring because they got to work. They got to deal with their kids. They don't care, bro. They just throwing information out there. Bro, he was with it. Yeah, yep. Come on, bro. Who said? I am Justin. Yeah. Tracy. When did he move to Atlanta? Yeah, he lived in Atlanta. He lived in Atlanta. So why is his body going to California? And he's from, thank you, who said that? TS, he's from New Jersey. So a lot of his family is still in New Jersey. They only moved away from New Jersey because his mom and dad got divorced when he was little. So a lot of his family in New Jersey. So why not New Jersey? Why are you going to California? Like, let's be real, bruh. I feel you, Tracy. I feel you. But still, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. That's something to think about. And this is the one I keep talking about. The autopsy. Come on, bro. The autopsy, bro. So you telling me they did an autopsy on Sunday, or even worse, on a Monday, and it came back out Tuesday? Let's like, that right there really pissed me off. How you do an autopsy, he died on a Sunday, and you had it ready for Tuesday? I never heard of that, bro. Am I tripping? Like y'all tell me if I'm tripping. I never heard of an autopsy done on a Sunday and it's finished on Tuesday. It's like they already had that plan. Oh, it was an accident. Of course they're gonna say it's an accident. Then you say his daughter wasn't with him. So who was watching his daughter if the wife wasn't even there? And as black people, we already know we don't swim in no ocean when it's when the current is rough. We don't do no stuff like that. So you telling me he go leave his daughter behind? He gonna leave his daughter behind and go swimming in the ocean with rough current? Like, you gotta think. But this the cold part. Let me tell y'all cold part. Put an 8 in the chat if you want to hear the cold part. This the cold part, bro. Cause like I say, I be thinking. I say to myself, I think, Put an 8 in the chat if you want to hear the cold part, bro. This the cold part. How do we even know that he went swimming in the ocean, bro? How do we even know that he even went to the ocean to go swim, bro? How do we even know that he went to the ocean? All that shit could have been made up. We have no video. We have no videos. We have no videos of him walking to the ocean. We have no pictures. We have nothing. So y'all telling me y'all gonna trust these people? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gonna trust Caucasian people and people from Costa Rica who never fuck with black people. Y'all gonna take their word for it? They want us to take their word for it. How do we know that he even went swimming? We have no videos of him leaving whatever resort he was. If he was on a resort, where is the video? Where the other person that was supposedly dragged out? Thank you. And they say the daughter was with him. And then they said today that the daughter she wasn't even swimming with him. Fred Hampton Mark, thank you. I feel, yeah. If he was swimming, where is the video? Swim, my bro. It's set up. Where's the video of him leaving the resort? Why they never showed us a video of him leaving the resort to go swim? Why we never got that video? I gotta block you, bro. Because you trolling gotta stop. Trying to find out there should be a video in this. All our people. Yeah. Somebody had nothing there to put comment. Us back for the other person. It's a mystery. Yeah, they have video of him in the airport. That's it. That's the only. No, I didn't see a video. I just saw pictures. But where's the video of him leaving the resort to go swimming? Yeah. His wife black. You got people saying his wife is white. Nah, I don't believe that shit. She black. He got there 2 days early. I'm sick of the. Yeah, lies. Where is the video of him leaving the resort to go swim? Why we don't have that video? Airport video was dated 7/17. Come on, bro. So someone on here is going to put a comment about black people protect their kids. That's funny because I have time. She's Puerto Rican. They going by, but why wasn't his wife? Oh, see, Q. That's another thing. That's another thing. I was asking myself that same question, like, why wasn't she there? I was asking myself that same question, but I don't even believe he drowned. I don't believe, bro, black people, especially at the age of 54 years old, a grown man is not going, a grown black man is not going to no ocean if the current is, if it don't have no life. Think about this. They told us there's no lifeguards. Okay, it's no lifeguards. You thinking a black person about to, you think he about to delete himself and his daughter there? He ain't about to do that. His daughter there. Black, we don't do that. We don't operate like that. We don't go into no ocean if the current is bad. We don't even move like that. So that's why I say you gotta sit back and think how these people, the stuff they be telling us, bro. The stuff they be telling us, it don't make sense. He died in the current on an accident. What you mean? Black people don't go swimming in no ocean. If we don't see no lifeguards, especially, we don't even rock like that. About the rip currents. Come on, exactly. When we see rip currents, we ain't fooling with that. We watch it from afar. I am very concerned with this situation because I wouldn't have put my kid in the ocean, and for them to tell me that the man put his child. Yeah, but then today an update came out and said his daughter wasn't even in the water with him. That update just came out. My question is, why was he possibly silenced? Okay, I did the video about it. When they arrested Bill Cosby, they messed with his money. But I want y'all to go to Eddie Griffin Instagram account. I want y'all to go to Eddie Griffin Instagram account, and he was hold on. I want y'all to go to Eddie Griffin Instagram account, and he said, go read what he said. They had to fight Hollywood together. Go read his Instagram post about Malcolm. They fought Hollywood together. You know why he was fighting, right? Because they took his royalties. 2014, his whole life changed. So the stuff you see him, the poetry, the music, like that's when he started going harder. And you hear him talking about like, just black situations and stuff like that. Bruh, that shit changed his life because he didn't know that that can happen. He didn't know that they can just come through and take all his money. They took his royalties, bro. Yeah. 2014 changed his whole, like he said that. 2014 changed his whole life. When they got Bill, and look, this how loyal he is, bro. When they came for Bill Cosby, because he knows it's a setup from the jump, he said even though he can't speak, even though he can't like condone it, he said he would not throw him under the bus, bro. That's what he said. But then he saw the whole play. The people, the other Caucasian actors that got caught up and stuff, nothing happened to them. Only Bill Cosby. Yes. It only happened to Bill Cosby. And he said that. He was a real one, bro. He was a real one, bro. And if you do your research, it's always the real ones, bro. The ones that don't kiss ass. Michelle Thomas. Let me read y'all comments though. Rest up, Malcolm. Fuck, I'm sick. Yeah, bro. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie. It was hard for me to sleep last night, dog. Because when this keep happening and like the world just keep going, like the world just keep moving, people just forget. But this dude was still young, 54 years old in 2025. That's young, bro. Full of life, still doing things. And he had a daughter, bro. And they just did him like that because he was making so much noise about the things. Yeah, bro. They treat us so, yeah. That's why they took him out. Yep. Right. They took Malcolm from us. Rest in peace. Yeah, bro. Like, it was hard for me to sleep last night, dog. It was hard for me to sleep, bro. So that's why I made that post that like or this morning. Cause it's constantly going on, man. It's constantly going on, man. And I love one thing though, like we finally waking up and we not scared to speak on shit, bro. That's what I do love. I've been dropping shit. It's real, bro. Like a stone. They use family now, yup. They want you to live on your knees. Facts. So let's move on to the next. Okay, we talked about the autopsy. We talked about his body going back to California. We talked about the autopsy. You telling me the autopsy takes 1 day in Costa Rica? What kind of technology they got? I never saw autopsy come back. A person died on a Sunday and an autopsy is done on a Tuesday. I never saw that in my life, bro. That's crazy. So, of course, they gonna say an accident. Oh, it's an accident, all right. Told y'all, bro. The next one. Just let me show y'all the pattern. I want to... hold on. Let me read y'all comments. I don't know about the autopsy report. I just read in a post here. Yeah, he died Sunday. The autopsy came out Tuesday. I never heard of that. I plead protection around you as well. I appreciate you, Tracy. I was telling Mom that when I was showing her your channel, I appreciate you for real. That Elon Musk, yeah, they got something, bro. They are horrible liars. Yeah, horrible liars. All you gotta do is sit down and just start thinking and like, wait, this don't make sense. But hold on, please double tap your screen to like. Appreciate you, Tiffany. Thank you for that. Malcolm made it cool to be hip, articulate. Facts, bro. And see, them shows back, because I was just watching Martin, but I don't think you could show like Martin and stuff on YouTube or they'll like, do some goofy shit. But I was watching Martin just like today, and It's so many like just life lessons in those shows they used to have, bro. The Cosby Show, Martin, even the Wayans brothers, the Jamie Foxx show. It was all type of relationship lessons, lessons for men, lessons for women, living single. Like it was just so many lessons in those shows, bruh. And this the cold part. I saw somebody made a comment, so I ain't gonna take credit. I ain't gonna take credit for it. But they said if you notice, everybody who was on the Cosby Show, they grew up to be even like that. So Raven, even though she, she went her way, you still hear nothing bad about her. Like she did some crazy stuff. They all grew up like successful, in their own way. So they had to put Bill Cosby down, bruh, to destroy his image, bruh. They had to. They did. It was all by design, bruh, and everybody fell for it. Everybody fell for it, bruh. It was all by design, bruh. Ain't that cold how they could do that shit, bruh? And like I say, I don't condone none of that stuff. Like I don't condone it, but I do know the games that the media play. Then this the cold part. They did all that and they let him out of prison. They took everything from him and then they let him right back out. That's the cold part, bruh. That shows you it was only a game. It was only a game. They let him right back out. No autopsy, medical examiner probably automatically ruled. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, yeah, right. Do your history on Costa Rica. They don't rock with black people, especially black Americans. So what you think they gonna do? They don't give a damn about he an actor. So let's move on to the next one. Turn it down a little bit. You got to slow down. Okay, it was a little girl when she was an actress, and they said she was thrown from a yacht. She played on the Family Matters. What her name was, y'all? Y'all know her name. She played on the Family Matters. She played on the Family Matters, and they threw her over. They said something about she was on a yacht and she drowned or something. Yeah, Nia Rivera. That's who it was. Nia Rivera. She played on Family Matters. Nia. No, I'm not talking about Michelle right now. I'm talking about it was another one. Look. We will connect them dots too. It was a little sister. Okay, Judy, the little sister. Yeah, but her real name was what? Nia Rivera, right? So let's break this down. So think of all these shows, bro. The Family Matters. You got Michelle. She died. You got her name was Nia. She died. Then you got come on, like think about this. And it's always something that can't be solved. So you telling me this young woman, I think she was with her son or something. You telling me she just jumped off a yacht? Like at the time, people just went for it. But when you sit back and think about that shit, no, it's not adding up, bro. Let me Google it. Let me Google it. Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me Google it right quick. I remember it was one of them that fell off the. They said that she fell off a yacht or something. Naya wasn't on it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I don't forget, bro. I don't forget. She was out in the lake. Naya died. Yeah, see, hold on. What her last name is? Naya Rivera. But was she the one? Was she the one that played on Family Matters? Did she play on Family Matters or something like that when she was little? I think she was mixed or something like that. Hold on. Yeah. She was African American, German, and Puerto Rican. No, she played on Glee. Okay. It was one on, but did she like go on Family Matters or something like that? I don't remember. Okay. Cause I remember they talking about she was on an episode, but still, even with these cases, bruh, like they tell us one thing. She was, see, yeah, she was on Family Matters. Thank you. See, I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping. Like when she was a baby, like she was a baby and she was on Family Matters. She was on Family Matters when she was a baby. Like she was like probably like 5 or 6 when she was on Family Matters. I remember. See, I don't forget. When she was like 5 or 6, and there was a little boy named Richie or something. I don't know. He had like little curly hair. That's what she was on Family Matters. Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? You know, she was on Family Matters. She was like 6 years old. And yep, see, I remember. But okay, they said she was on a yacht with her son, and she just jumped off the yacht or something like that. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, Richie. See, I remember that. Yeah, she liked Richie. See, I remember all that shit. Hold on, that's her right there. Right? It says she's African American, German, Puerto Rican. That's her right there. That's her right there. And it's like the same thing. So you telling me off the Family Matters, because she was on there for some episodes. So you telling me she died at 33. Michelle Thomas died at 30. Y'all, that's not a coincidence to y'all. Like that don't, like, it don't make sense. And then they don't just die, bro. And I know stomach cancer, it happens and stuff like that, but when you know that Michelle Thomas didn't sell her soul and she wouldn't kiss ass, she wouldn't sleep with just anybody to get a role. See, in Hollywood, they thought because she was pretty and she looked innocent that she would just, have sex with anybody, do this for anything. No, she still didn't do that. You know how easy it is for people to poison people, bro? And for them to say it was stomach cancer, bro? Because Jaleel White, he said it happened so fast. He said it happened fast as hell. She died fast. So, you have to think about this shit, bro. How pretty she was and how in position those people in power, all you think about is sex. And for her not to bow down and instead go work at restaurants and make her money instead of kissing ass, bruh, that hurts their ego. That hurts their pride. You don't think they would try to do something to her? Even with Nia Rivera, you don't think they'll do something to her? At 33, you telling me she just jumped off a yacht, bro? Like, and we went for that shit, bro. And now we got Malcom, the same thing, the water. See, and they deal with the water because they know the game is cold, bro. And Malcom, yeah. She didn't do it because she was dating Malcom. They dated for 6 years, yeah. But I'm saying, you telling me 2 women off the same show dead and nobody is trying to put this shit together. We think everything, yeah, I know a lot of stuff is natural causes. I know. But when you dealing with Hollywood, bruh, I don't give a fuck, bruh. When you don't kiss ass, bruh, or when you fight against them, it's up. And go and look at Eddie Griffin Instagram account, where he just posted Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Monday. He said him and Malcom had to fight Hollywood. He said that. Go look at it. Exactly. How you know that and just barely embarrass him? Don't know what to expect. They call it Hollywood for, yeah. So we don't have, they telling us that Malcom drowned, but we don't have no video of him walking off the resort to the beach. They just telling us, and they want us to sit here and believe it. I feel Eddie know it wasn't. Yeah, if you read what he wrote, you could tell that he know it wasn't an accident. Just go read that his Instagram post. And Eddie Griffin don't fool around. Like, he tell it how it is, you know. Go read his Instagram post, bro. We had to fight Hollywood together. He didn't say it like that, but he said they fought Hollywood together. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. I think it's on his Instagram post, or if you just look it up on Google or something, it'll pull up. Just pull up Eddie Griffin post about Malcolm. And he said that. Yeah. Then they said, you had articles saying that he was on, vacation, but no, his daughter was being homeschooled there. Well, she was in school or something. His wife wasn't even there. So they said the wife was worried. So they called. You see the lies? Now the wife wasn't even there. So I'm starting to think this wife. I'm starting to scratch my head a little bit. I'm starting to scratch my bald ass head. Like, wait. And I got a big head, but I'm like, come on. Something not adding up. They got Malcolm because it was a fraternity brother and broke. I could believe it. Because, I said this. Once you wake up, they got you. But once you sign those papers, they got you. Once you sign that contract with Hollywood, they got you. And Malcolm, I think he started acting when he was like 13 years old. So you really can't, you got to look at his parents. Insurance policies, facts. I don't know if it's a frat. I got to look that up. See, no, he wasn't a fraternity. See, Michelle, see, look, people say anything. You had people saying his wife was white. Like, people be saying anything, bro. They say anything. She said yes to wife. I'm like, wait, the wife wasn't even there, but they said the wife made the phone call, but she heard about his death because of a phone call. I'm like, wait. Come on, bro. Come on. The cameras never stop running. Exactly. They never stop running, bro. They never stop running. So you telling me all these... It's crazy, man. It's all fishy. Exactly. But people was calling me crazy. When I first dropped the first video, they was calling me crazy. I'm like, no. I know what I'm hearing. First of all, I don't listen to Caucasian people just talk. Anything they say, I'm like, no, where's the proof? Where's the video? Where's the pictures? I don't believe anything they say. And that's just me learning from school. When they told me Anne Frank, when they gave us a diary of Anne Frank, I said, oh, I can't believe nothing they say. All actors except his mother. The details are not clear. They not. They said the wife called an hour after he didn't return. An hour is not a long time to call in. Exactly. And what black man at 54 years old, that's going to an ocean with a rough current and going to swim? In my opinion, he didn't swim. He didn't go swimming. He didn't go swimming. Because if he went swimming, they would have showed us a video of him walking to the ocean. It's Costa Rica. It's a resort. It got videos. It got cameras everywhere. It's 2025. Where is the video of him walking to the beach? He was a fraternity brother in the end. Yeah, that's facts. That's why I say, once you sign those contracts, or your parents sign you over, and you start talking against... Look, go watch his interviews. He was talking against the record labels, bro. And this how they make their money. And they know the power of an older black man. They know the power. By him by him having that podcast, even though he wouldn't probably get the views he wanted. But see, consistency, that's the thing about YouTube. When you consistent, all you need is one video to take off. Then you set. They knew that. So with his podcast, go watch his podcast, man. He was talking about some real shit. Not some cupcake, cotton candy type shit. He was talking about some real shit. And they knew eventually, and he was having some powerful guests on his show. I don't hang out in the water like that. Yeah, it's like you sign your life away. Facts. And he started dropping he started dropping some real gems, bruh. And he was connected with the Instagram. He at 54, bruh. See, they're afraid of a 54-year-old black man that he evolved. He evolved from the Cosby Show. He knew how to evolve into technology. And he was good with Instagram. Like, he knew how to work this shit, bruh. And they knew all he needed was that one viral video of his podcast. And one thing, when a black man that stand on business, when younger people see that, younger artists see that, he could have turned the generation around, with the music, because it's all, they go to the hood and they get people that's in poverty, people that's struggling, and they front them 100,000, they play them. They play them, and then they sit back and, oh, black people this, but y'all playing games with our people. Y'all playing devil games with our people, but they ain't gonna talk about that part. I did not realize that Malcolm was making the message in his. I didn't know he was a musician. See, and they knew all it takes is one viral moment, bro. One viral moment, and younger artists would have started scratching their head like, wait, old head got a point. Because to young kids at 30, you're an old head. So 54, it was like, old head got a point. We tripping. That's all it took. And then he was fighting, like I say, go read Eddie Griffin's post. He was fighting Hollywood. Go read his post. They shadow banned him. See, I knew it was something. It had to be something because he was active on social media. He was active. It had to be something like we never saw his videos. They shadow banned him, see? It's a cold game, my boy. It's a cold game, bruh. It's a cold game. They would say that you drowned by accident, rough current, but we don't have no proof that he even went swimming, dog. You see how quick they can play people? We don't even have no proof that he even went swimming. Angie Stone, same crap, same thing. He sure was deep shit. I watched the video earlier today, and there was a hotel right on the beach where someone was recording Malcolm being pulled from the water, so there's footage somewhere. But you guys, how old is his daughter? Well, I saw a picture she was young, so I don't know how old that picture was. I saw a picture she was young. Then you had people saying his wife was white. No, she not. He got a black wife, dog. His daughter 8. Okay. I found it ironic how these celebrities be with people, but be only exactly, and nobody know nothing. Nobody know nothing. Angie Stone died. I drove trucks over the road for 10 years. In 2025, they have traffic cameras now everywhere. And they had no footage of, they claimed they had no footage of Angie Stone, bro. His wife was white? No. Who will pick the baton to continue these shit crazy, bro? And see, they do it on purpose because they know if they snipe him and other artists be like, oh shit, I ain't talking about this, they might get me next. It's just like the plantation. It's a cold game, bro. The game is cold, bro. The game is cold. I do believe that Angie Stone was murdered. She was fighting. Oh, yeah, she was. She was. I did a video about that and everything. Like, actually, that was like one of my biggest videos because I was the first one to find that video on TikTok about the woman that said she pulled Angie Stone out of the van and set her on the side. I was the first one to post that. And if people tried to pull Malcolm out, like where are the people that was like, let's talk to those people that actually saw what happened. But this woman said she pulled Angie Stone out, but then she deactivated her TikTok account. When people found out who she was, she deactivated her TikTok account. Yup. They don't like us being educated and uplifting each other, working together. Facts. He was poisoning. That's it. Bro, you know how easy it is to poison people, bro? Easy E. Bro, it's so easy to say, oh, he had AIDS. But then come to find out he had kids and none of them had nothing. Like, bro, we gotta stop listening to the media, bro. We gotta stop listening to the media, bro. You know how easy it is to poison somebody, bro. It's easy. It's easy to poison, especially when they're young and like naive about the world, bro. Especially in Hollywood, when you young and naive. Michelle, see Michelle Thomas, she was young, but she wasn't no ass kisser, and they thought she was an ass kisser because she was pretty. They thought she was, they thought she was gonna sell out because she was pretty, she was beautiful. So, but when they found out she wasn't, what you think they did? You think she got stomach cancer just by a natural? Man, come on, bro. I've been stopped listening to the mainstream news. Hell yeah, they pausing Doctor. Yeah. Didn't they poison Fred Hampton too? Like they gave him something to keep him asleep while they murdered him or something like that? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. About Fred Hampton. Didn't the informant dude give him something so he don't wake up? Fred Hampton? And the cops came through. Chicago PD came through. And they got him. Okay, that's what it was. Yup. Yup. See? You see how easy? Bruh, that's probably, I ain't gonna cap. That's probably the number one way they get people in Hollywood, bruh. That's probably how they got Pimp C. When you start to sit back and think, bro, when you start making this, like, you sit back and think, this is probably how they got a lot of people, bro. Just poison them. That's it. Remember Miss USA who let you jump from the 29th? Oh, thank you for reminding about that. We got to go back to that. Thank you. See, that's why I fuck with my chat, bro. I really fuck. I got to curse because I remember that shit. And my gut feeling told me no. I don't believe that. That's my gut feeling told me when I first saw that. So who said that? I gotta give you a props. TSP cocktail. Thank you. I'm going to do my research on that. And I might drop that video tomorrow. I don't even care about views at this point. I might drop that video tomorrow. Bro. Because nobody touched on that. Everybody just moved on like, oh, she was, no. I'm not going for it, bro. I'm not going for it. You can't tell me, no. You can't tell me people just, no. I'm not going for it. So I appreciate that, TSP cocktail. Thank you for that. That's why I love going live, bro. I love y'all. I rock with y'all for real, bro. Why folks want to become famous is beyond me. Seems too dangerous. Yeah. That's why, man, on YouTube, like, I really stay to myself, bro. Like, I don't want no sponsors. I don't want none of that shit. I really don't want to sell nothing. I really don't want to do none of that shit, bro. I just want to bring the information, stay to myself, help the people I can, help them, and help people create their channels. But I want to do it behind the scenes. I don't want no credit. I don't want none of that shit. I want to move like Cat Williams moved, bro. Like, you know how Cat Williams, he was just giving people money behind the scenes, never mentioned it. He was helping people. That's how I want to move, bro. Like, I feel like that's the real way to stay. I don't want to sell nothing. I don't want no merch. I don't want none of that shit, bro. Now, when I come out with my prints for photography, maybe my prints and stuff, but man, I'm just not money hungry when it comes, because they know when you got greed, they gonna want to, to have a sponsor. I don't want no sponsor, bro. I know nobody gonna sponsor me talking about black people. Even black people who got businesses ain't gonna sponsor me because they want that white clientele. I don't want white clientele. Like I say, I'm not racist or nothing. I'm far from racist. I'm not racist. I'm not none of that. But I just feel like if I stick with my people, I'm good, bro. I'm good. So if you're on my channel from a different race and if you feel like it's attacking you, it's not, no. You hear at the beginning of my video, I always say racist Caucasian people. Now, if that's you, I always say racist Caucasian people. Now, if that's not you, welcome to the channel. But if that's you, then you could be offended. I always say racist Caucasian people. That's it. Pro-black does not mean that's it. But that's how you try to gaslight black people. But like I said, that shit don't work on me, man. We don't have the power. Exactly. Why would you be reckless? But I just don't want to be on Front Street just say, oh, I helped this person. I did. No. I want to do everything behind the scenes. If I get somebody some money, a big amount of money, hey, that's behind the scenes. Don't even mention me. Like, do what you do. I want to move how Cat Williams be moving when he was helping people. Like, just behind the scenes, and you hear about it 20 years later. Cat Williams come to somebody's show, give them $1,500 because they about to get, they having some money problems, and he never said nothing. That's how I want to move, bro. That's how I want to move. So, and that's how I'm gonna move. And like right now, like behind the scenes, I'm helping people build their channel. I'm motivating them every day to build their YouTube channel. And that shit feels so good to me, man, because I remember having to motivate myself and just keep pushing. So it feels good to be there for people who about to hit 2,000 subscribers. Like, that shit feel good, bro. And just keep motivating them. When they get 10 views on a video and they want to give up, I'll be like, nah, don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Sometimes you'll get 10 views. Sometimes you'll get 20 views. Keep going. That's the whole thing of life, bro. Keep going. And that's you. And sometimes we need people to remind us, because a lot of times, especially as black people, we love to do things by ourselves, bro. And as I get older, I'm learning a lot of times you can't do things by yourself because you go burn out. So it's okay to have people to hold you accountable, have people to remind you, have people to like breathe life into you, here and there. It's okay to have that. So if you that person who shut people out of your life, look, it's okay to have people in your life, that hold you accountable, people that breathe life into you, that motivate you. It's okay. Did you watch the Cat Williams interview with Shay Shay? Oh, hell yeah. I was on the road at that time. I watched that shit on the road, boy. I was like, damn, I had to pull over. That shit, that interview was too hot. Oh yeah. I love helping people behind the scenes, man. I don't need the validation of knowing. No, I don't need that. This like saying black man. Exactly. We don't do that. Especially in somebody else's city. We don't go in the woods. Even if we was to use a rope on a tree, we're not going to nobody city and doing that. We're not going to nobody woods to do that. We don't rock with no woods, man. We don't go in no woods unless you grew up in the country. You're right. We have to move exclusive. We always, yes. We have to move like that. Don't tell them who we helping. Don't tell them who we sponsoring. Don't tell them none of that, bro. Because people be wanting too much credit. Nah, don't tell them none of that. You go sponsor somebody, do it. Just do it. And just be happy, that you help somebody. Poor Gorilla getting the celeb fame set. Bro, oh yeah. And look, I'm not talking down on her, because, I love seeing people, change their life. But they just setting her up, bro. They setting her up, bro. It's a setup. They build you up. And then they knock you down. And then they find somebody else new. They did to everybody. They did to Phyllis Hyman. They did to Whitney Houston. They did to Luther Vandross. Did to Michael Jackson. They do it to everybody. So proud of your channel. One of the few content creators truly interested in the truth. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. But yeah. Eventually, they come for everybody. Prince, yeah. See, Prince never rocked with them anyway. Once he found out how these record labels are, Prince been stopped rocking with them. Follow the market trends and show you the way things are moving. Stay intellectual facts. Phyllis Hyman. So yeah. See, a lot of people don't know that Whitney Houston's career was supposed to be Phyllis Hyman. But Phyllis Hyman, she wasn't an ass kisser. And she wasn't naive. She actually talked back. See, Whitney Houston was a church girl. And, you know, she was naive. She was green. And they got her. And she was the one who introduced Bobby Brown to drugs. Because her brothers introduced her to marijuana. The game is cold, bro. The game is cold. It's two documentaries that changed my whole life, bro. And I watched them this year. Whitney Houston and Luther Vandross. That changed a lot of stuff, bro. That changed the way I think, bro. That showed me how cold the media is, bro. They do it all on purpose. Saturday Night Live. All of them on the same team. The news media, Saturday Night Live, all of them. Because you got to realize something. When something goes viral, let's say with black people, and okay, Whitney Houston, when she was like crack is whack. Now, Whitney Houston was going through some real life shit. Her dad tried to sue. She just got a contract for $100 million. Her dad, remember, she was a daddy's girl. Her dad tried to sue her for $100 million. Well, he sued her for $100 million. And that's what really broke her. So when she got on that, you know, the crack and stuff like that, and she went on that show and she said crack is whack, Saturday Night Live, they was making jokes out of this stuff. What's that show? Peter Griffin. What's that show called? What's that show called, y'all? You just come on Cartoon Network with Peter Griffin. Is that the show called? What is it called? Family Guy, something like that. Is it Peter Griffin or Family? Okay, Family Guy. Family Guy had Whitney Houston. Crack is like had like a crackhead. So all these people, they played a part in her demise, bro. Oprah, Saturday Night Live, Family Guy. They all, I'm telling, it's the same thing. Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston talked about his weight. I mean, not Whitney Houston. Oprah talked about his weight. All the interviews he went on, they talked about his weight. While he was making classic music, they talked about, but it was all by design to destroy them from the inside. They destroyed them from the inside. Family Guy had Whitney Houston on there as a crackhead. Now imagine, as a human being, you at home and a cartoon come out, you as a crackhead. But you only doing crack because your dad tried to sue you, not for $300, not for $3,000, for $100 million. And you was a daddy girl. Oprah needed to talk about her weight. He said, Oprah, oh shit. Hold on, I gotta screenshot that. I love giving folks nicknames, bro. Okra. Damn, I love that shit. Yeah. A lot of people don't know. It was two things. It was two things that caused Whitney Houston. Three things. Diane Warwick. I even say her name, Warwick. She molested her. That was the one thing. Another one. Her mom had an affair with the pastor of the church, and that's when Whitney Houston left church. Oprah Winfrey. But her mom had an affair with the pastor that they went, the church they went to, and that changed her life because she looked at her mom as, she looked at her mom in a certain way, but she found out her mom was having an affair. So she was mad at her mom, but she was still a daddy's girl. But then her daddy turned around and sued her for $100 million. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The three life-changing things. And you have these, that's why I say Hollywood don't give a fuck. They find your weakness and they go exploit that shit. So Saturday Night Live, they got her. They got her. All the comedians, they got her. And what you think they gonna do? What you think they gonna do when they build you up and now everybody attacking you? So when y'all seen Whitney Houston on stage, skinny as hell, she was going through some real life shit. But people don't think like that. Oh yeah. And see, look, I can talk about that, but people don't think in layers. If I talk about R. Kelly, they go think, oh, he's taking up for R. No, it's an interview with R. Kelly, brother, crying on, and I don't condone nothing R. Kelly did. Like, I don't condone none of that shit. But it's an interview. R. Kelly brother crying on the interview. His sister, when him and R. Kelly brother, when him and the brother was young, they sister used to molest him. Prince, his sister used to molest him. So when you see Prince got a whole song talking about it. This shit deep, bro. So when you see Whitney Houston on stage skinny as hell, when you see her on stage skinny as hell and everybody laughing, she was going through some real life shit. But everybody laughing. Everybody making jokes about it. Yeah, Prince got Google. Hold on. Let's go to Google, man. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all. Like, I be on my shit, bro. Prince song. Prince song about his sister. Here we go. It's called, what is it called? Hold on. What's the song called? It's called Sister. Sister is one of Prince's provocative songs featuring explicit lyrics and hint a sexual relationship between the narrative. Yeah, look. Read it for yourself. It's called Sister. It's called Sister. Go read it. Go listen to it. So you have to realize, bruh, it's a reason why people. So the reason why he dressed like it's a reason for everything. But like I say, people laugh and make jokes about stuff like this. But people really be going through real life situations, bruh. And the media in Hollywood, they go exploit that shit. But look, it's a song called Sister. Go listen to it. My uncle's, his brother, he let me hear the song about 5-6 years ago. Cause he loved Prince. Like, dude loved Prince, bro. Like, he grew up with Prince. He's a teenager. They used to stand on the corner with a radio and shoot dice and listen to Prince. That's how they moved back then. And every time he come around, we'll sit in the truck, and he got all the unreleased songs of Prince. He lived in Douglasville, Georgia. He got all the unreleased songs, and he played them. And he told me all the stories. He told me all the backstories of all the songs. They used to stand on the corner, shoot dice, and have a radio, have the boom box or whatever, sit right there, shooting dice. Listen to Prince. He was like, listen to fourth. I just searched the lyrics of Prince. Yeah, it's called Sister. Prince was a real one. Yeah. His sister, bro. It happened to R. Kelly and his brother. It happened to Whitney Houston. And when she started smoking crack or whatever, everybody laughed at her. But you gotta remember, at one point she was queen of the world. Everybody loved her. All these countries, they loved her. But in Hollywood, what they do, they build you up just to knock you down. Thank you, Nikki. You know what's crazy? I was looking up at the TV about to say that, and I looked down, you already said it. That's crazy. They build you up just to knock you down on purpose because they gotta find the next person. They gotta find like, okay, Glorilla, her time coming. They building her up just to knock her down. And it's gonna catch her off guard. Because they always catch you off guard. They caught Luther Vandross off guard. He was driving in the car, before he got really, really popping. I think one of his songs started popping, and he got in a car accident. One of his best friends died, and that messed him up. He was like 27 years old at the time. It fucked him up. So ever since then, they started playing with his mind. So after that car accident, he was driving, and his friend died. He felt like it was his fault. So to cure that, he started eating. He started eating a lot. So food became his medicine. So, he couldn't control his weight. And what you see, Saturday Night Live making jokes. You see Cedric the Entertainer, he making jokes about him being fat. And we all know that Cedric the Entertainer is a COON. We all know him. Like, straight sellout. Straight sellout. But yeah, he on stage talking about, and that's why you see Cedric the Entertainer on Barbershop 2 and stuff, talking about Martin Luther King was, all that goofy stuff, bro. Just goofy. Yeah, Tyrese. Oh, bro. See, bro. They gonna take my channel, bro. They gonna take my channel if I really go in about the Tyrese situation, bro. Shalom, right? Appreciate you, Davida. What's popping? Yeah, they drove Tyrese crazy too, bro. Like all of them, bro. Bobby may have been introduced to her drugs. However, as a husband, he never tried to help. But he was young, though. You gotta understand, they was young in the industry, so they was young. They was young. But I can go on and on about this shit, bro. Because it's so easy. It's so easy to see, but we work so much in this world. We move so much. They don't expect us to just sit back and use our critical thinking skills. Turn this shit out. I don't know what the hell that was. But they don't expect us to use our critical thinking skills. They just want you to go to work, get drunk, get high, and not think. But I don't get high. I drink here and now and then, but I don't get drunk. They want you to go to college, be stressing about that. They want you always stressing, bro, and worry about your problems. And going to the doctor, go and get prescription pills so you can stay high. They want you just high all the time, bro, so you don't think. I heard that, me neither. What advice do you have for someone trying to start YouTube? Oh, just start it. Don't think about money. Just start it. Bring value. YouTube is best when you start it when you're older, because when you're young, you don't really have too much life experiences. You could just relate to like younger people. But when you're older, you got a lot of life experiences. Just bring value. It's easy. Bring value to people. And even when you're scared, get on camera. Even when you're scared, even if you stutter, get on camera. People, for the most part, some go judge you, some not, but it is what it is. It's gonna turn out to be your therapy. Basically, they always want you underwater. They always want you underwater and worrying about your problems, so you don't give a damn about nobody else. But I care, bro. Damn, ain't that crazy? We talking about Whitney Houston. Check this out. Look at the song Alexa played. I ain't even request this song. I ain't even request this song, bro. I I ain't even request this song. Ain't that crazy? I ain't even request this song, dog. I've been talking to y'all. I ain't even request this song. Ain't that crazy? We can let it rock out though. We can let it rock out. Facts. Hello. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? We can let it rock out. You better turn on that Michael Jackson music on your channel. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. It can. Miss Latisse, that's facts. That's facts. Alexa, pause. She said, "That's see, I never had the answer to. I could be thinking about, okay, I gotta buy some bleach, and I look down at my phone, you see bleach on Instagram. I'm like, what? So that's why she said AI can read our our brain waves. I was told this by a retired computer engineer. See, that's what it is. They can read your brain waves. Damn. Bruh, it got to a point recently, like last week, I got mad, bruh. I got mad because every time I thought about something, like I have a headache, and I'm like, damn. I just think I can say, damn, I got a headache, and then I see something about a headache. We get to here jamming out. Let's get back to jam. Alexa, play. Let's go. Woo! Here we go. Alexa, pause. She said that music playing, you can get a strike. Oh no, I just don't I don't monetize it. Like I don't care about my lives. Like I don't care to get paid for my lives. So that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy. You made my Friday. Hey, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. We're gonna do this. We're gonna probably do this every Friday, man. Every Friday. Every Friday, just jam out, man, because like I say, they want they want us to work hard, be in debt from college, or be in debt, raise the prices of food. They want just everybody stressed out, bro. We don't have time to be stressed out, bro. We already see the plays. We already see everything they do. We see everything they do. We know the patterns now. TSP, appreciate you for that. I, that video dropping tomorrow. Like, I'm about to do my research tonight. I'm doing my research tonight. I'm doing my research tonight on that model who they say jumped from the floor. We gotta do our research, man. The rat race, facts. I love these videos. Oh yeah, hey, I love y'all support. I love the support. How do we determine where to place your YouTube award? Oh, I just put it right there. I just be thankful, man, because everybody starts off with 0 subscribers, and subscribers like having the number. It doesn't mean anything if you just like quit making videos. So like you gotta just stay consistent. But the only way to stay consistent is if you have a why. You gotta have a why and something motivating you to keep going, because you'll burn out or you'll get tired of doing what you're doing. I can never get tired of doing what I'm doing, because I love my people and I can't just let stuff slide, bro. I can't let it slide, bro. I just can't. I can't. Shout out to the live raise of vibration. Hell yeah. That's the way to end a live. I ain't even playing that shit either, bro. I ain't even playing that shit. So every Friday we gonna do that, man. Every Friday we gonna do that again. See how quick you could come up with something? I think it is. Peace, introvert. Hey, I appreciate everybody. Don't let this life keep you down. Even if you're going through things in life, just keep waking up, man. Keep waking up in the morning. Keep doing things that make you happy. Don't feel guilty about your happiness. Don't feel guilty. Keep doing the small things that keep you happy. That's what I'm learning in life. Keep doing the small. So when you see me just out listening to live music, like taking pictures, like those are things that keep me alive, bro. And doing these lives keep me alive. So I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate all y'all, man. And I'm about to do my research tonight. That video will either drop tomorrow or Sunday. But like I say, every day I'm dropping a video or we going live. So I will see y'all this weekend. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy y'all Friday too, man. And thank y'all for joining live. I'm out.